Thank you for being here tonight. 5 minutes is tough for me. You give me a microphone, I can go for hours, but 5 minutes is difficult. It's important that you're here tonight. I appreciate that you're here. It shows that you care about the community, and I think you're very lucky. And I'm going to tell you why you're lucky. That all of the people sitting in front of me, or sitting in front of me and before you, any one of them are going to do a great job. And we have a wealth of candidates. You can't make a wrong decision tonight. And I think that speaks well for our community, and I think we're very lucky to have an organization that have people that care enough to run for the board. A little bit about me. I'm married, my lovely wife Bonnie back there. I'm a lucky guy. Every day I wake up and I say, I'm a lucky guy. I have a family, I have 4 daughters, 5 grandchildren, and actually 7 grandchildren if you get into the step-grandchildren thing. And I'm very fortunate that I get to see all of my kids regularly throughout the year. 2 of them live out of state, Colorado and Denver, and Chicago, Illinois, which is very cold. I was just there. A little bit about my background. I have my bachelor's and master's degree from Cal State Long Beach. I don't want to tell you the years, but I was hired as a young pup in Irvine Unified School District as a first grade teacher. If you have nothing else that you take home and tell your family tonight, you can say you met the teacher of Will Ferrell in his first grade year. I spent 30 years there and retired in 2003 as assistant superintendent of operation, facility, and planning. Did a lot of land acquisition and building of schools. I spent 10 years with Trabuco Canyon Water District as general manager, and I retired a year ago this month, and I've been retired that time. Been busier in that last year than I ever anticipated. I've been on HOA boards since I can remember. The very first house I bought, they had the audacity to charge me $18 for dues. I showed up, I complained, and the next thing you know, I was on the board. Sam Larks since 2006, and I have been president for the last 3 years. It has been a very rewarding experience, and if I'm not reelected, I want everybody to know it was a great experience. What do I bring? I bring institutional knowledge. If you take the combined years experience on the board, with the exception of Mr. McGregor, of the other board members, I exceed that in terms of my experience on the board. I bring some institutional knowledge. I have experience with HOAs. I understand how they work. I understand the Open Meeting Act. I understand how it works. I have histories with numerous HOAs. I have a sense of when things are going right, when they're not going right. And above all, the worst criticism that you can level to me is I have not been fair. My hackles will raise up, and if you were at the board meeting the other night, it went long, but everybody who had something to say had their opportunity to say it. And it was a long and difficult meeting. What are my accomplishments? Over there on the table on the blue sheet, it's kind of hard to enumerate because some are small, some are big. But when I first was on the board, I noticed that the Fiesta room looked like a dump, and the fountain looked like awful, and I said, let's start with this. And so that's why you have the new fountain and the new Fiesta room. But we moved on from there, from 2 meetings a month to 1, and from 3.5 hours or 4 hours in a meeting to a meeting that doesn't last very long at all. We brought the Sam Larks staff that are really merit now first service because the company has been acquired to the local area. And the Lakeshore project. We've done a number of projects, and it's part of the Facilities Master's Plan. I want to spend a minute on transparency. I understand that reasonable minds may differ, but let's understand that there are trades, painting, construction. Those things typically Sam Larks does we get 3 quotes. It's first services policy, it's Sam Larks policy. But let's also understand there are professions, whether it be attorneys or architects or auditors. Those things, typically their contracts are negotiated, and they are negotiated in private. They're done that way for a reason, because we're a private corporation, and we take advantage of that so that we can get the very best deal from the very best service that we can find. And so with that, I'm going to wrap up, and I thank you again for being here, and do your best. Thank you.